What is up, collective? How are you guys doing? I hope everybody is doing so well. I made it through my first week, guys. I made it through and I really liked it. I was told several times that I'm doing really well, which of course is something I like to hear. This week has felt like it has taken a long time to get through, and not because it's been a bad week. It's been a good week. Tiring, mentally exhausting, slightly stressful, but it hasn't been bad, but it just feels like this week has went longer, so it's taken longer. I don't know. Shout out in the comments if you feel like the week has taken a long time. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and do your weekly message, guys. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because it has everything that you need to know and all of that. I am no longer doing personal readings, but I do still have my Patreon, so if you would like to get some exclusive readings there, you can go ahead. And if I do open up personal readings up, it's going to be on my Patreon. I'm not going to open it up to the general public for probably the indefinite future. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. If you are returning to this channel, welcome back, guys. Thank you for all your love. You guys are awesome. I love you guys so much. Seriously, you guys are magnificent. Thank you for all that you do for me, this channel, the collective in general, and yourselves. Alright, you guys rock. So let's see what we have here. Okay, animal messages first. I know I feel like I'm new to this. It's been a while. Let's clear the area, right? I don't know if you hear that in the background. That's Jamie Foxx, Unpredictable. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like that might resonate for you guys. All right, so let's see what we have here for YouTube Collective. What's going on with them this week, Spirit? Let's look into an animal message. This could be an animal that's already significant or one that shows up during the week. Uh-oh, something went flying. All right. What do we have this week for the collective, please? My YouTube collective. What's going on this week? Okay. What's going on this week for my YouTube collective, Spirit? They're showing me a turtle. I don't know if turtle is going to come out, but they are showing me a turtle. I feel like slow but steady. It's way too many. Slow but steady wins the race, but I'm also getting the energy of like growth. You are growing, okay? Some of you with the turtle energy might feel like you need to like go back in your shell or something, or that you're in your shell, you're coming out of your shell. I don't know, there's something about a shell, perhaps. The cheetah came out. What? Okay, we get the cheetah quite a bit, actually, for some reason. I don't know why, but we did, okay? Fox on the bottom of the deck. These are two very agile creatures. These are definitely two very quick-witted, fast in their own way. This one is physically fast. This one is mentally fast, okay? Very swift. I mean, the fox is pretty fast too. But I am getting the energy of like being mentally quick, okay? That could be where I was feeling like telling you guys about Unpredictable being on the TV. Because I'm just getting this energy of like quick thinking on the spot. Coming up with things on the spot, like brainstorming, something like that. Like, you know, I don't know, somebody could ask you, okay, give me 5 ideas of how we're gonna fix that, go. And you might be like, right, and you're like, and you do it, you get to work, is what I'm getting, okay? Some of you have a very good, like a very strong mind, like you're very focused, or you have great ideas, is what I'm getting. Like I'm hearing million dollar ideas. Like maybe some of you guys should sell your ideas. Honestly, there is a business for that. There's a business for everything, child, please. But there is a business for that, okay? Selling your ideas. Like, if you have really good ideas and maybe you just don't follow through with them, I'm not talking down to you. I'm just saying, if you have really good ideas and you don't have the time, motivation, energy, or really want or desire to follow through with them, you're just like, I just think it would be really cool if somebody made this, if somebody created that. Like, that could be what you could do. I'm seeing a book, and on it says Book of Ideas. So perhaps that's something that maybe you need to start doing, is getting a little notebook and then just writing down all your ideas that you have, and then, like, you know, selling it to somebody or letting somebody decide if they want some of them. Yeah, the golden egg. I'm telling you, you have something inside you that is genuinely good, like that is genuinely valuable. Beware burning out, guys. That message came out in the Patreon's reading too a little bit. That things are going to be speeding up in your life, fast-paced events, things like that, unexpected things, and you were just really going to need to kind of keep up, but not expect yourself to do more than you can physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally do. Like, you are human, and it's okay to be human. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to not have it all figured out, or not be perfect, or make mistakes. Like, it's okay. What's not okay is acting like you're perfect, acting like you don't make mistakes, acting like you've got it all figured out, acting like nothing, like, you know what I mean? Like, when clearly you can't, don't, won't, ain't, like, you know, that's all. That's all. Let me see here. Yeah, they're shooting the gun, poop, and all the runners are taking off. So you might find yourself feeling like you're competing or you're running a race, but you're only really competing with yourself, is what Spirit is saying. Like, this is so interesting. Okay. Because the Patreon, their animal was the hummingbird, which is another fast animal in its own way, right? The wings go super fast. You can't see them. Its little heart, right? It's a very, like, unique creature in its own way. It is like a wonder of the world. It has, like, Spirit in all of its glory has created something that other animals cannot be, right? A jaguar could try to be a cheetah, but it's not a cheetah. It will never be as fast as a cheetah. Okay? A little, I don't know, a freaking cardinal could want to be a hummingbird, but it will never be a hummingbird. And it's fine. Jaguars are great. We need jaguars. They're beautiful creatures, just like cardinals are beautiful birds. But this is not a cheetah, and this is not a hummingbird. So there's something about you, collective, that is set apart from everybody else. Like, you just naturally are, and you don't have to do anything. The cheetah does not have to do anything. The cheetah does not have to do anything but be a freaking cheetah, man. That's all it has to do. It wakes up and it's just, it's greatness. It just already is. And that's the energy that I'm getting for you this week, collective, is like, you don't have to do anything but be a cheetah. Be who you are. Be a hummingbird, okay? Because you're naturally able to do whatever this is. It's like you were made for this, born for this, molded for this. I don't know. That's the energy I'm getting, okay? And this cheetah is in full, like, full, like, motion, like, running, like, this cheetah is here for it. See the legs? Okay, mid-sprint or whatever. I don't know. I feel like you're just going after your goals, and you're not, like, the most focused look on this cheetah. I don't know. I'm getting a very determined, focused, like, not questioning its own instincts, not questioning its own abilities. It just knows that its legs are going to keep up. It knows that it's got its target in mind. It knows it's going to acquire it. There's a confidence behind this cheetah because it knows itself. It knows its own abilities, its own skills. It's done this before, whether it's in this lifetime or not, guys. Is the energy I'm getting. Oh, I am cold. Sorry, I need to turn down my air. I turned it. I need to turn up my air. I don't know, guys. You know what I'm trying to say. I need to do something, okay? Turn my air on because I usually get really hot, which I did get hot, but I just finished the Patreon and now I'm freezing now. Anyways, you guys are like, girl, nobody cares. All right, so what do we have here? Anything else? I just want to see. I don't usually pull more than one animal, but I just kind of want to see if anything else wants to come out. The Phoenix, how did I know? Because I saw that Phoenix in the deck, guys, the fire ant. There's something about yellows and reds, you know, your confidence, your root, your energy. It's going to be a high voltage. What is that song? That's what they just said. What is that? Dirty deeds, done dirt cheap. My guys trip me out. Oh my God, my guys trip me out how they say, they literally just were like, high voltage. I don't know. They just, anyways, guys, it's really interesting being me sometimes. But that's the energy that I'm getting though. Okay. A high voltage week. Oh, let me make a little notation because if I don't, I will forget. And I think that's what I'm going to name the reading. with my boo. Boy, you know I'm crazy over you. I love that song. Okay, so we have a Phoenix cheetah energy. Look at this, though. Okay? Like, this is somebody being reborn. I feel like, collective, I feel like you are not the same as you used to be, for better or worse, whatever. But it's always for better. Like, you're always growing. That's what I'm saying. Don't be hard on yourself about the growth that you go through, how your growth looks compared to somebody else's. You're here to be your own unique being. The Phoenix, another creature, mythical or not, whatever, it's another creature that is very unique, has its own special skill and talent, which is dying and then being reborn in a very fabulous way, doing what other creatures cannot do, which is recreate itself in such a magnificent way. You happen to have that skill, ability, talent, what have you, okay? So let's see what we have here. This is actually going to be interesting because I'm going to use the Archangel Power Tarot, which is a tarot deck, and then I'm going to clarify it on top of it with another tarot. So it's like double the fun, right? What do we have this week for my collective, my YouTube collective? What do we have? I feel like there's a lot of energy this week. Don't be doing no dirty deeds cheap now, okay? I don't know why I picked up that song. Dirty deeds, done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds, done dirt cheap. I love that song so freaking much, guys. I really do. But I was not expecting them to actually start playing that. So, I don't know. Don't be doing no dirty deeds cheap. Okay? You better make sure they pay. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways. Alright, what do we have, guys? I'm trying not to be silly this whole reading. What do we have for my YouTube gang? Ooh, Two of Cups kind of wanted to flip. It kind of did. So we have the Four of Gabriel, which equates to the Four of Wands. Remember, these are Archangel Tarot cards, so the Archangels are represented here. Well, some of them anyway. So we have time for celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, release yourself from burdensome situations. Yes, because we're not here for that, okay? 2019, 2020, right? Whatever, 2021, whenever the world kind of went on side of its head. It's been really hard is the energy I'm getting. I'm getting it like collectively, like, I love you guys so much and I want you guys to know that. I do. But not having to read for like the last week, like, and knowing that I don't have to, like, professionally, it has been like, I've been able to release a lot of the spiritual heaviness that I've had on me. Like, I still get the downloads. I still have the connection with spirit. I still get, like, all of this. But it's like, I don't have to dig into everybody's energy. It was really heavy. Like, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of, just a lot. And to have all of that on you, to feel the weight of everybody's problems, of everybody's everything. And again, I say this with the utmost love because I love you guys so much. And if anybody truly ever needed me in an emergency, I would be there. Like, I wouldn't just ignore you. I've had people reach out already and ask me things, and it's like, I'll be there. But to not have to carry that weight, okay? I feel like it's something that my other spiritualists, my other practitioners, my other readers, like, you know exactly what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying. It's very heavy in the collective energy right now. And you're needing to release burdens. You're needing to not carry what's not yours to carry anymore. Okay? You're needing to break the chains of whatever has held you. Okay? And for this wand energy with all this red and yellow, it makes me think of ego too. So if ego has been an issue, it's really time to lay that to the side, to have an ego death here so you can get going. Because I feel like the moment that you do, the moment that you surrender to what you feel like you're supposed to be, to what you feel like your life is supposed to be, what's mapped out for you, that's what Spirit's going to be like, oh, let me show you something, right? And that's when everything's going to take off for you. Like, I'm serious. Like, trying to hold everything together, make everything work, and it's just like, I can't. I surrender this. God, do I surrender this? Like, it's that kind of energy. And it's like, as soon as you do, ping, pong, ping, it's like everything starts to go. Four of Wands traditionally does talk about a soulmate relationship, and we do have a lovely couple up here dancing under the staves, right? So you could be coming into union with somebody. I am getting the key right now. Some of you guys are coming into union on the 5D before you actually meet on the 3D. So you might start dreaming about this person or getting these sensations that your love is just around the river bend. I don't know why they're playing Pocahontas, but they are. Guys, please don't make me sing like I got musical Tourette's every 5 minutes, because I don't have time for it, honey. Please don't. I feel like that's what they're about to do to me. But, yeah, I feel like something is just around the river bend. Like something is just around the corner. You're just about to meet somebody. And let's be real here. For them on the other side, just could be anywhere from like 6 months to a year. Like they think that's nothing. Like to them on the other side, 6 months, a year, like that's nothing. That's a blink of the eye. Time doesn't exist for them. They don't even measure it like that. They're like, yeah, it's happening soon. Right? It's happening in this lifetime. That's soon, right? Like that's how they look at it. So for us, like we're thinking just around the river bend. We're like, oh, okay. So like next week, right? Like as soon as I get done listening to this reading, oh, okay. For them, it's like, no, more like this time next year or something like that. So just, you know, hold your horses. Although we do have very fast energy here with this reading already. So I am kind of getting that energy of like something is, coming, and it's could be a relationship, it could be a soulmate connection that is coming your way. And I do feel like you play with this person on the 5D a lot. Like you guys are gonna have that familiarity when you meet each other. Like as soon as you lay eyes on this person or they lay eyes on you or whatever, you know, if you've ever met somebody where you just be like, I've known this person before, like as soon as you meet them you're like, yep, I definitely went around the block with you a time or two, right? Like, I know this person from a past life. I've met this person before. There's something familiar about their eyes, their scent, their voice. Like, there's something familiar about them. And I feel like that's the energy. Now, why this is coming up in the weekly message? Hey, right? So maybe some of y'all might be meeting somebody this week, okay? I don't know. But that's the energy I'm getting. Excuse me, I had to drink some of my choco milk. But some of you guys might meet somebody and you're like, I've definitely met this person before. This person seems familiar. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friend. It could be a mentor. It could be somebody that you work with. It could be just somebody you meet. Right? Whatever, okay? Some of you guys, somebody might have a baby and you might be like, wow, I have a really like a strong familiar feeling with this child. Like I feel like I've known this child before. It's because you have, okay? With the Four of Gabriel too, this talks about, for me, Four of Wands, you know, traditionally for me, that talks about contracts. It talks about signing a physical contract too. This could be signing a contract on a house. For some of you guys, I don't know why this person shows up every once in a while in the energy, but they do. The houseboat person, the person who wants to live on a houseboat. I don't know. I'm getting that energy though. Of somebody who lives on like a houseboat or something like that, or somebody, maybe you're signing the papers for a boat. I feel like you might be signing the papers for something. Maybe you're getting a new house or you're moving or a new lease on life. I don't know, guys. That's the energy I'm getting though. If this is a soulmate connection, this is a spiritually sanctioned connection. Like Spirit approves. Like, ching, you got its little stamp of approval from Spirit. Like Spirit has sanctioned this union. Now, whether y'all two mortals want to go through with it is on your own, because as we know, you can be destined to meet somebody, be with somebody, whatever. Like you could have signed a soul contract with that person or whatever. Like, yes, we will meet each other in this life, we will get together, we will do this and that. But then when you're down here and everything's all confusing and you don't remember any of this and you have your own karmas and healing and ancestral things that you're working out, you have free will. You can just as easily void out a contract and be like, no, I'm not going to deal with this person. I don't want nothing to do with this person, whatever. Like we've all been there where we've had to void a contract before. Right? We may not say it like that. Maybe you guys don't. I be like that. I break up with somebody in this lifetime and the next. I have told an ex or two before, don't you come find me in the next lifetime now. Okay? I need that to resonate. I need that to sear into your soul that you are not going to find me in the next lifetime because I don't want you. Like, I literally had to tell somebody, I'm going to break up with you. I'm going to break up with you in this lifetime and the next, sucker. Okay? Like I've had to before. You guys know the game. You know how it is sometimes. Anyways. But that's the energy I'm getting. Okay? I don't know, guys. I don't know why. I don't know, guys. But that could be that energy. Like, you know, I'm hearing give it another go too. So for some of you guys, this person, I don't know why this is turned into like a little bit of a love reading, but it kind of is. For some of you that you meet somebody, whether this is this week, next week, whatever, like I said, time is fluid. I feel like you've tried to make this work in a past life before, but it didn't. So like, you're like, we're going to get this right, damn it. Like, I don't know, guys. You're like, we're going to get this right. We're going to meet every lifetime if that's what it takes until we finally get our crap together and we do this because we want to be together. Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Godspeed. That's all I got to say about that, right? Because you have free will. That's the thing. Okay? Like I was saying. So, but for some of you guys, this could just be stability coming in your life. You're just feeling more stable this week, or just in general, right? It's time for celebration. You could be celebrating things. I'm getting like certs, like you could be getting certified in something or having certifications, celebrating those things, maybe going out for certifications. I'm hearing nursing degree. So some of you guys could be getting your nursing degree. I feel like you guys have been, you might have been in school for something and you're finally completing that too, is what I'm getting. Yeah, working on the weekends like usual. Way up in the deep end, like usual. I don't know why there's not even so much music. Anyways, who is that? That's Drake and Future, I think. Okay. Yeah, that's literally what they said. They said ninjas think they pass us. They doing too much. Haven't paid my taxes yet. I'm too turned up. Okay? I don't know, guys. For whoever that's for. Whatever. I feel like somebody's like... I don't know, guys. I could just literally have musical Tourette's with all the music they're playing right now. Probably because I haven't really touched the cards in a week and they're like, she's back! Right? I don't know, guys. I feel like my guys, like I said, my guys have been with me, but I don't know. I feel like the cards, I feel like tarot has missed me, if that makes any sense, which it probably don't. What else do we have this week? Yeah, putting in overtime. Somebody is putting in overtime is what I'm getting. Like, you're working very hard for something. You have your eye on the prize. There is nothing that can break your concentration. You're literally like, you'll just run right over it, even if it tries to, is the energy I'm getting. Way too many. So let's see what we have for this week ahead. What do we have for the YouTube collective? Look at that. Look at all this fire energy. This is a lot. There's a lot of quick pace, like fast movement here with the Knight of Wands, Knight of Gabriel. It says, let me show you the card, which a lot of people have this deck, but you know, not everybody does. It says confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Time to take action. Great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. That's what I'm saying. Did I not say that though? I told you the cheetah don't have to do nothing extra. It doesn't have to do, the phoenix doesn't have to do nothing extra. The hummingbird from the Patreon reading doesn't have to do nothing extra. It just has to be what it was created to be in all of its glory. That's it. It will succeed because it will run fast. It will outrun whatever it's up against. Why? Because it's a cheetah. That's what it's created to do. The phoenix will always be able to reinvent itself after each traumatic experience. Why? Because it's the phoenix. That's what it's created to do. Okay? So it's like a tiger can't change its spots, for lack of a better example here. But that's the energy that I'm getting. Like you know instinctively what to do this week. You're on point. I'm not singing that. Will y'all stop? Oh, listen, because I'm on wipe down, because I'm on wipe it down. I don't know. They're just on one tonight. Anyways, it's Friday night. We turned up with the music. So I don't know. Okay. Anyways, starting to sound less and less credible as I go along. So we have the 10 of Michael here, which equates to the 10 of Swords. Okay. So kind of expecting another fire card to come out, to be honest with you, but it's all good. So we have a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now, God, first time reader over here, sorry. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. You know what I'm hearing? What is that? From Rihanna. Standing ovation. What is that? What is that song? Oh, y'all want to give me every other song, but I can't remember Rihanna. What is that? Something about taking a bow, taking a standing ovation. She's talking about basically, you look so dumb right now, standing outside my house. I don't know what song that is. You guys probably know exactly what song I'm talking about. That used to be like the anthem back in the day when you were about to dump your man or dump your person. Like, that used to be the anthem. But that's the song that give me a standing ovation. Or whatever, the person that just lies and just over and over and over again, bro. Like, this person don't know how to be honest is the energy I'm getting. So some of you guys might have been dealing with somebody like that, or you did, or whatever, okay? We really don't want to focus too much on that. We want to focus on all this, where we're going, not where we, you know, like, I feel like if the cheetah was to, like, look behind, it would really get tripped up. And it might fall and stumble, and then it wouldn't get whatever it's going after. So it's like, that's the energy here. You don't need to look in the past. Don't. The past is the past, man. The past is done. The past had its shot. The past had its chance, and it showed you what it was, or it was what it was, and the end of the story, right? That's the energy I'm getting here. They keep singing that song. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Y'all know what song I'm talking about. Fact check me in the comment section. You know what song I'm talking about. But they're giving the standing ovation because this person's bowing. Like, maybe it's time to just bow out of something. Like, I'm done. I fought the good fight, sir. Right? Like, that's the energy I'm getting here. Like, some of you really believed in something or believed in somebody. Some of you really gave something or somebody the benefit of the doubt. Somebody, God, guys. Somebody or something. Like, you really tried is the energy I'm getting. But like I was saying with these soul connections, if this is related to a person, sometimes it doesn't matter how much one person tries or how much one person commits. If the other connection, if the other half isn't ready or isn't equally aligned or whatever, it's just not going to happen. And the more you tug, the more that person's going to pull. Like, energetically, that's just like energetic law, okay? So I feel like you're gotta let it burn, right? Usher. That's the energy I'm getting, okay? Just tripping out at how much songs they're making me. Okay, let's move into actual tarot now. I like the Ten of Swords. As a reader, you guys know that. For me, the Ten of Swords is not a negative card. Yes, it can talk about betrayal. Yes, it can talk about somebody stabbing you in the back. This is for sure. It definitely can. But I feel like for you, if it did, this is in the past tense. You have risen from the ashes of whatever it was that would cast fire against you, and now you are moving forward. That's the energy I'm getting. So if there's been any kind of betrayal, stabbing in the back, or whatever, you're moving forward from it. And honestly, I like to be very self-aware. Yes, I will definitely give you your due and tell you where you went wrong or what you've done or how you've lied or how you've done. Like, I'll definitely go there. But I'm also going to throw myself in there because I was probably the dumbass that believed in you, or the dumbass that, you know what I mean? Like, okay? So I feel like there's that energy here. Like, you recognize something, you see it for what it is, and now you want to just move forward is kind of the energy I'm getting. And so you are. And when you do that, when you surrender it up to spirit, lay it at the foot of the cross, whatever you're saying is, when you do that, I feel like that's when you shoot off, like things get into alignment, because it's almost like that was what was holding you back. Even if it wasn't physically. It's like energetically, something that you've been trying to hold on to, trying to make work, trying to see the best in, trying to understand, you know. Okay, Spirit. Spirit said you don't have to understand to be obedient. I heard that. Because I'm going to tell you, anytime that I've been obedient to Spirit, it has paid me back. It has given me what I need. Okay? All I have to do is listen. I don't have to understand. Spirit tells me to leave, I leave. Spirit tells me to go, I go. Spirit tells me to do this, I do it. Like, so, you know, Spirit tells me to jump, I say, how high, Spirit? How high would you like me to jump, actually? Okay, because Spirit has my best interest at heart. Spirit has never stabbed me in the back, never betrayed me, never tried to use me, never talked about me. behind my back, never set me up, you know, never had petty little low-key conflict and competition with me. Spirit has never done any of that. Spirit has, in fact, carried me through any of those things that have been done to me. So you damn straight, when Spirit says, jump, I'm going to ask how high. I'm very obedient. So that's the energy I'm getting. Well, you don't have to understand to be obedient. Drop it at the foot of the cross or whatever. Leave it so you can go. So you can move forward, okay? Because you're needing to. It's very heavy is the energy I'm getting. Like we got all this fire and then bam, the blue just put a damper on things. All right, so what do we have here for this Four of Gabriel or Four of Wands? What is this for the YouTube collective this week? What is this? Four of Wands for the YouTube. There's, why are they saying, I don't know, they're going ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. That's actually a really morbid school rhyme if you know the history behind that. But whatever. That's what they're saying. Maybe there's something about like this week that brings you back to childhood. Like maybe you have a moment where you get taken back to a different time, a different space. I don't know. I'm seeing like a grown adult swing on a swing set. I love to do that. I love to go to the playground and swing on the swings. Right? I'm going to get my tax money's worth. But I like to do that. And I feel like that's something maybe you need to do. Maybe you just need to have fun and like do something that your inner child would like to do. If you have kids, get them kids outside. They do not need to be inside staring at a screen all day. Get them outside is energy I'm getting. Go to the park. Go to the beach. Go to the river. Go somewhere. Go take them fishing or something. Go for a hike. I don't know. I'm getting the energy of like getting your kids outside for somebody. Like they stare inside too much. Staring at something too much. Yeah, they're like giving me the energy of like their brain turning into goo. Like they're going to be smart in some ways, but like they won't be... Spirit is so wrong. Oh my gosh. Anyways, they're like... They showed me like somebody going, here, catch. And then like the kid just gets hit in the face with a football because they don't know how to catch a ball. Their arms are like literally not built for that. Okay? Because they like sit in the dark all day or sit inside all day. I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but I am, guys. Like, I'm from the 80s. I was born in 86, so I used to play outside all the time. I used to come in with my knees scraped up, with splinters all in my hands, like running the street with my bikes and my, my friends and stuff. Like, that's the childhood I had. I didn't have the childhood of, and there's nothing wrong with video games. There's nothing wrong with technology and stuff, but there is something to having a childhood and being outside and breathing fresh air and like scraping your knees every once in a while and playing with frogs and, coming inside with frogs in your pocket and your mom screaming at you to take the frog outside and like, I don't know. I just feel like kids miss out on their childhood nowadays. Right? Amen. Okay. So we have the Six of Wands here with the Four of Wands. So more fire on top of this. This is Two of Pentacles, but it kind of looks like a fiery card. I feel like some of you, there's this energy of feeling up and down in your energy this week. I feel like that's why Spirit wants you to pace yourself. Like, don't burn yourself out. Like, let yourself, again, with this card, you instinctively know what to do. You know when you need to go faster. You know when you need to go slower, okay? You know when you need to put more energy into it. You know when you need to pull back energy is what I'm getting here, okay? So just, instinctively, because you're on fire. This is victory. This is success. You could even be getting offered, like, a second source of income, a third source of income for some of you guys, right? For my ballers out there. You could just be getting offered like a new opportunity or something that makes you have to juggle things or have to make things work. Like, but you will. That's the thing. You will. And I'm getting like Olympic energy for some reason with this wreath, this torch, and then the phoenix. I don't know. I'm getting like Olympics. Like maybe you're training for the Olympics here in the next couple years or so or whatever. I don't know. I don't really keep up with the Olympics, to be honest. But maybe, I don't know, the Olympics, for some reason, I'm getting. What is this Two of Pentacles here? Yeah, you're needing to really make wise choices here with this King of Swords. Okay, some of y'all have been back and forth with an air sign, like even if it's just energetically. I feel like somebody here has a lot of ego and they're up and down. Like I feel like this person might like, can we not, Spirit? Yeah, that's the energy I'm getting. Okay, of somebody who like they're one way in public and then they're another way behind closed doors, and you being an energetic being who picks things up, who is an empath, who naturally can read people. You're like a freaking human lie detector test. You don't even need, like, just shush and let me scan your energy and I'll tell you about you. Right? Like that's real too. But that's what I'm saying. Like, just let me tell you about you, Mr. or Mrs. Okay, I feel like you can't with this person. Like, I feel like that's why you're maybe like, yeah, I'm dropping this, I gotta move forward. For some of you guys, that's for somebody out there. For others of you, I feel like you're needing to have the inner wisdom of knowing your own limits, energetically, physically, right, mentally, spiritually, knowing your own limits this week, because you will be pushed to the limits is the energy I'm getting. Push it to the limit. Oh my god, guys, I love it when they give me 80s songs. Okay, so I love the 80s, I really do. Yeah, work. Some of you guys got a very good offer coming through at work, or there's a lot of wish fulfillment, like you're doing very well at work, or you will be doing very well, or something like that. Some of you guys might be getting upgraded or something like that. I don't know. That's the energy I'm getting, but I feel like, again, Spirit wants you to know, like, everything in due time. You don't have to do anything extra. Like, let a cupcake be a cupcake. You don't got to put sprinkles and caramel and chocolate shavings and a freaking, flaming Roman candle in there. Like, just let it be a cupcake. It's good already, like it is. Like, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. I don't know. That's for somebody. Like, you don't have to put on all the extras and do all this. Like, you just need to be you. You just need to be you. And if being extra is you, then okay. But if you're just great as you are, then you don't need to put on all that extra, is what I'm getting here. Okay? Because there's something involving work or your identity, your ego. I don't know. For some of you guys, you're just needing to be you. Again, for some of you, you feel up and down in your energy, and maybe even in regards to work. Like, you're very dedicated. For some of you, there is this air sign here. With this King of Swords, this person affects your energy. They make you feel up and down. They make you feel like you don't know, and that's why Spirit is asking you to please disconnect from that. Focus on your studies, honey. Okay? Focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting here, because you know how they say, like, God is not the author of confusion? It's the same thing. Like, it's literally the same concept with Spirit. Like, Spirit is not the author of confusion. It's not going to bring things into your life that's going to disrupt you, that's going to make you worse, that's going to make your addictions worse, that's going to make your mental health worse, that's going to have you fighting every day with conflict every day, and make you have to lie and steal and do things, like I had said in a couple readings back, that do things in the dark that you would never do in the light. Like, that is not a Spirit. Spirit is not going to send you somebody like that. So if you're involved in something like that, or have been involved in something like that, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's just my own personal advice, okay? Because I feel like there's this energy here of, like, you have to, I don't know. I want to move out of this energy. What do we have here? What is the Knight of Wands? Blaze. What is this Knight of Wands for the collective this week? Just focus on what's growing. Focus on what's going to bring you stability. Focus on what is helping you grow. Not helping you devolve, but helping you evolve, okay? And let the minions do what they will, right? If people want to get caught up in the Matrix game and be all that they can be for the army and all that good stuff, let them. Not that there's anything wrong with the army, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, I can't hut about face, right? Whatever, jump when the mortals tell them to jump. Okay. We have to jump when Spirit tells us to jump. We can't, because we see where that road of trying to please humans, trying to put on a face for everybody and be everything for everybody, like, you see where that gets you. It makes you feel lost. You don't know who you are anymore because you're too busy playing a role. Spirit doesn't ask you to do that. Spirit asks you to be exactly who you are, which is the cheetah. You are already everything that I created you to be. You don't have to do all this extra stuff, honey. Okay? And T-Weiss, what is the Knight of Wands here? What is Knight of Wands for my YouTube collective? That's way too many. But it's all the Seven of Cups, it's all the Devil. So there could be some temptations or some choices that you need to make this week, and Spirit is basically saying instinctively you already know what to do, right? That's the thing. You already know what to do. What is this Knight of Wands here for my YouTube collective? Ten of Swords coming out twice. Ten of Swords here, Ten of Swords here. There's something very painful that you went through, possibly even mentally agonizing, that you're needing to put to rest, or you have put to rest, or this is just the finalization of it. Like you've already signed the papers on the house, now you just need to move out all your stuff. That's the kind of energy I'm getting, okay? Something is done. Wipe your hands of it and be done. Let it be done. Let it lie where it is. Okay? Because whatever it was very draining on you. It was an energy vamp type of situation, sucking you dry. And I'm not trying to rag on this person or the situation, whatever, and say this person was bad. They didn't know. I mean, some of them were. Let's just be real here. There are some bad people out there that do bad things. But in this case, not everybody might have been bad. It's just that that's just their nature, and they don't know no better. And even if they did, they don't do no better. So that's the kind of energy I'm getting. What is this Ten of Swords? Under the Knight of Wands. What is this, Spirit? Yeah, Spirit's saying to isolate yourself from this because clarity has came out. You've seen something for what it is. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Right? Let it go, says Spirit. Move forward. If you're still in this situation and you've seen something for what it is, like the devil has shown itself. That's what I heard. Like the devil has shown its face. Whether this is past, present, or it's future, it's going to happen. Somebody, something has shown themselves for what they are. You refuse or refused or will refuse, whatever, wherever you're at in this story, to let that go, to leave it lying, letting dogs run. They're also saying don't cast your pearls before swine, which is a quote from the Bible. I don't know which one because I don't really know that much Bible stuff, but occasionally they'll throw it out to me because I used to be way back in the day a very devout Christian, way back in the day, y'all, like damn near 15 years ago. But don't cast your pearls before swine. Meaning, don't give your good stuff to people who can't appreciate it, to things that aren't ready for it, or don't, you know what I mean? Basically, okay, you know what I'm trying to say here, guys. Know your worth here. Have your standards. Because let me tell you something. Moody gonna let you know. I'm gonna pimp you to some game right now. If you don't set your standard, somebody will try to tell you what your standard is. They will size you up and decide, this is what you're worthy of, take it. And if you go, okay, then that's all you're ever going to get. So you have to set the bar. You have to set the pace. You have to have your own standards. If you let somebody think that the behavior that they do is acceptable, they will keep doing it, honey. I don't care how many times they apologize to you. I don't care how many times they sweet talk you. I don't care how many times they tell you this and that or whatever. I'm telling you, actions speak louder than words. Trust me. Actions speak louder than words. People will tell you whatever they want to you, what they think that you want to hear. Right? And you can tell the difference between an apology and a faux apology is what they said. Okay, I like that one. They said a faux apology. An apology and a faux apology. Yes, because it ain't a real apology. It's a faux apology. It's a fake apology. That's the energy I'm getting. So, know your worth. You instinctively know what to do. And when John Wayne or John Wayneita comes riding into town or whatever, dude, I don't know. I don't know what this is, right? But there's this energy of letting something go, leaving it be, or disconnecting if you're still connected to it, disconnecting from it, going into hermit mode, practicing. Like, see, there's a steady, and the hermit is the Virgo energy, which we're in Virgo season. There's a really, like, it's a keeps coming out in the cards to just kind of focus on work, or focus on your stability, focus on your foundation, like focus on what's actually going to help improve your life. You might feel a little lost, especially if you're still in something and you're needing to let it go. Because I feel like that's a group of you I'm talking to. Y'all might be in that energy here. Where you're still needing to kind of let something go or move on from something or get it out of your life or whatever. You might feel really lost at first, like, I don't know what to do, but Spirit is leading you. That's the thing. You have this inner light. Like, there's something, you're connected. You're not going to be left alone. And I don't know if I want to say that. I feel like sometimes people don't get my strong connection that I have with Spirit. Like, people don't understand sometimes. But it's like, how can you ever be alone when you have Spirit? How can you truly feel alone when you have your ancestors? Don't you see the way they work in your life for you? And if you don't see that, are you truly tapped in? Are you trying to connect? Because they're there. You know? So it's like, you're never truly alone. That's the thing. You're never truly alone unless you feel like you are. Unless you're choosing not to listen to Spirit. Right? If you're choosing to shut the door. For like people who are like, oh, there is no God. That's the most depressing thing ever. I could not imagine my life without Spirit. Why would I? Why would you not want your shepherd? You know? I don't know, guys. Whatever. I'm not here to... Anyways. What is this 10 of Swords? 10 of Michael. What is this here for the collective this week? Find your shepherd, okay, is what I'm getting. Like, you know? And it doesn't have to be Spirit. It doesn't have to be God. It doesn't have to be Allah. It doesn't have to be Buddha. It doesn't have to be any of that. You know, it could just be the universe. It could be science. It could be reason. It could be whatever. But it could be your own morals. But live by those morals. Don't just say you have morals and then you don't actually have morals. That's not going to change anything in your life. Because whether you believe it or not, karma is real. So if you're out there saying that you're a good person or saying that you're doing this, but then behind closed doors you do grimy stuff, you're not actually going to see any progress in your life. You're not going to see any real change or real happiness. I'm appalled that I even have to say that, but I feel like I do. Like, you know, like it's not enough to say you have morals. You have to live by the code. You know, like that's one of the reasons why I feel so connected to Spirit, and I like having my spirituality. I like having my connection. I like having the being obedient to Spirit, because I know that if I do what I'm supposed to do, I get rewarded for it. I know that if I don't do what I'm not supposed to do, I get punished. And not punished in a way of like, you know, I get corrected pretty much. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. I had a manager a long time ago. She was training me to be her assistant GM. And she told me, Jessica, correct your staff. People want correction. People want to have some kind of, you know, restriction on their life. Like they want to have some kind of order, basically. Like they want to be led. Even if they're not aware of it. She's like, people want to be led. And that's something that really stuck out to me, because I found like when I would lead a crew or whatever, it's true. They want to have somebody to look up to. They want to have somebody that shows them what to do, tells them that they're doing a good job, and then corrects them when they're not and shows them how to get back on course. Like people want guidance. So it's the same thing with Spirit. Form that connection. So that way, when you see that you're being corrected, you're not really getting punished. But that was a bad word, like a bad way to say that earlier. But it's not really, you're not really getting punished. You're just getting kind of directed onto the proper course. Okay? I don't know. Take it as a read. Y'all don't have to listen to me. Y'all could do whatever the heck you want. You really could. All right. So what is this 10 of Swords? Because I had somebody come from my head some reading ago, when I was talking about quitting addictions and stuff, and it's like, oh, you know, people are not going to quit just because you're telling them to quit. I don't expect anybody to do anything I'm not telling you to. What I'm telling you is that I've quit things. I've had addictions in my life. I've sacrificed. I've learned discipline in my own life, and I've seen the changes that it's done for me. And I'm not going to stop trying to motivate other people to do that just because you think it's a waste of time. You're probably a quitter. I'm going to tell you that right now. You probably don't have discipline. You probably give up. You're probably the type of person that starts a diet and gives up in a week because you don't have discipline. Don't tell me I have discipline. I've disciplined myself. Like, don't get me started. Please. Ten of Swords. Lord have mercy. We're at what, 49 minutes? And y'all are probably like, okay, Jessica, we're done. The Tower. Yeah, I feel like you've seen something for what it truly is. That's the thing. Like, the Tower has fallen, an illusion has broken. The Tower can be a really unnerving card because it's like, it all comes, when it all falls down. I don't know what song that is, but that's what they're singing. I'm trying to stay on track here. They make me go ding, 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 ding all over the place sometimes. The Tower, like, it can be a very unnerving card because everything can fall apart around you. It feels like everything's falling apart, but really it's just the illusion that's being casted that's coming down. So that way you can rebuild a solid foundation, one that's built on something that's right, on something that's true, that's just, that's fair. Because whatever it was before that's coming down, it was never real. It was built on whatever, on materialistic things, on lies, on ego. Okay, whatever it was, like it wasn't real. Probably codependency too, because that's what they said. So I feel like that's a tower that has fallen. Let it fall is what Spirit is saying. Let it be. That was like a super high-pitched ringing I just got in my ear. They're like saying just let it be. Whatever it was, whatever fell, whatever is falling, let it go and see it for what it was. Look, as I say it, so it is, with the sun energy, clarity, because the sun's going to come out after this. That's what you have to understand. So, you know, do you, right? Do you, guys. All right, let's get some scrolls because I've lectured y'all / preached enough. Should have been a preacher. I should have just cut to the chase and been a preacher. I'm telling you. I was going to. But I'm just not into religion. That's the thing. Like, I can be very devout in my own spirituality, and I do hold myself accountable, and I have some type of order and structure in my spirituality. I'm not like loosey-goosey like some people can be, you know. But I'm not really into religion, and I don't agree with everything that's in the Bible. I don't agree with everything, like, you know, that's in Christianity and different religions, so I don't think I would do that good as a preacher. Let me see what we have here for this week ahead. This week ahead for the collective, the YouTube collective. And let's get a couple more scrolls. Because if we don't get no toes, then we don't get no rolls. Y'all know what movie that's from. Come on now. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune! Yeah, there's something big that's happening this week, and I feel like it's because something's finally turning. Maybe you are in that group where you're like, don't lecture me no more, Jess. I've let it go. I've ended it. I've moved forward. I hear you, sister / brother. I get it. But I gotta say it for the ones that are in the back, right? The ones that are in the hoodie and kind of acting like they ain't here, but they're here. That's the energy I'm getting. Like, when something shifts, when you shift, everything shifts, okay? But something has shifted. Wheel of Fortune, unforeseen events, big changes, unpredictable things. I think we had said that in the beginning. Jamie Foxx, unpredictable. Page of Wands, stepping into greatness, stepping into your life purpose. And there's also good news that's on the way with the Page of Wands. Some good news about something, right? We see that anyways with the sun energy, because like I said, after something falls down and you let it fall, you're like, I'm too tired to be holding this up. I am not that dude that has like the world on his back, whatever sculpture that is. You're like, that is not me. When you let it go, that's when the sun comes out. Like, you literally feel the lightness, like the heaviness goes away, because there's heaviness here with these 2 10s. And then we have the High Priestess. So seeing what not can be seen. Wait, seeing what cannot be seen. I think I said it right. I don't know. I'm tired, guys. I'm exhausted. 2 readings in a row plus the week I had. I'm exhausted. I need to go to bed after this. It's like you're going to get information that's not privy to everybody this week, okay? Spirit's going to give you some kind of clarity or show you something or open your eyes up to something. And it's like, please believe it or trust it, see it, whatever it is. Damn straight. Look, deception is around you. I'm telling you. Did I not tell you? People be like, she paranoid. She bitter. She jaded. I want you to go talk to all these people that caused that. Cause and effect. If I never had nobody try to get over on me, I wouldn't always be thinking somebody was trying to get over on me. That's just facts. I'm just saying. Ask for a sign. People, let it go. Let it go. So we have ask for a sign. We have follow your intuition. Yes, with the High Priestess out there, because that's what you're needing to do. Again, you have instinctually, you know what to do. We saw it on the night of Gabriel. You know what to do. So if you need to walk away, walk away. If you need to stay, stay. But don't make your choices out of fear. Don't make your choices out of lack mentality. Well, if I do this, I'm going to lose that. If I do this, what's going to happen? Spirit will provide, honey. Spirit will provide. You just have to give it faith and enough space to do so. You're supposed to co-create, but you're just like, Spirit's like locked up in the back of the bus and you're like, you're never going to drive again. Let Spirit drive the bus. Take a break. Okay? Take a break. Good things happen when you let go. Good things happen when you step outside of your comfort zone. Trust me. Trust your gut too. Okay? Trust Moody and trust your gut. That's coming out a lot. Like with follow your intuition and trust your gut. Like Spirit, like you really are going to need to trust yourself this week. Okay? And smudge your space. Yes, honey. I was burning frankincense for those that were wondering earlier. Frankincense, Holy Smoke Incense, best incense company ever. And no, they don't pay me. I wish they did. I wish they did sponsor me. That would be awesome. And maybe use some sage or Palo Santo or whatever, guys. Just smudge yourself, get your salt baths, pray, cleanse, release, let go. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. Yay! Okay, I love you guys so much, right? And this has been your reading. I hope it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!